5% of the world population suffer from hearing loss. 1 out of 7 people in the world lives with a disability. 1 billion people all over the world. This is no longer something that can be ignored. It's in every classroom, it's in every workplace, it's in every home. Disabilities affect different aspects of life: mental health, thinking, vision, movement, learning, hearing, communicating, remembering, and even social relationships. Even when 2 people share the same disabilities, it affects them differently. And some disabilities are even hidden, known as invisible disability. So where is the problem? Let's start with the name itself. Disable, dissatisfied, disproportional, disbelieve, disconnect, discontinued, discourage. You get the vibe, right? All negatives. Or the symbol. Again, all negative. Nobody sits like this. Passive, a big wheelchair, going nowhere. Skinny. Or the alternative. On the go, human, active wheelchair, muscly, like it should be. How do these photos make you feel? The only disability in life is a bad attitude. Never ever give up. How do these make you feel? Proportions, lucky, even good about your lives maybe? But why? We are designed to look at disability, not the ability of people. It even has a name: inspiration porn. Yeah, porn, but don't look it up in Google, it will come with very weird results. Don't try it, believe me. Inspiration porn is the calling of people with disabilities inspirational solely on the basis of the disability, only because they can do something that us non-disabled people normally do, like paint, walk, run. The term was coined in 2012 by social rights activist Stella Young. Inspiration porn. And it's a problem because it assumes that anyone with a disability must live so much worse than the rest of us that they need clapping. It's called handicapable. And because it's made for us people, non-disabled people, to feel better about ourselves and maybe to motivate us to do something that is very common, like go work out, work, exercise, or stuff that are very normal to us. And disabled people aren't tools, they're human beings, and they have abilities, not only disabilities. My romance with the world of disability started 5 years ago when I founded a band with 6 singers with special needs in the cognitive development status. We toured the country, photo shoots, video clips, the whole musician deal. Suddenly people looked at them, they have a special ability. It made me realize at the moment that every disability can turn into ability. It all depends how we look at it as individuals. For example, 1 out of 4 people on the autistic spectrum has an absolute pitch, which is a rare auditory phenomenon characterized by the ability of a person to identify or recreate a given musical note without the benefit of a reference. This is something not a lot of musicians have. I was so happy. This is me happy. I'm wearing a wig normally when I'm happy. It happens. But 3 years ago, my life took an unexpected turn. My mom passed away, and my life proportions went from one end to another. And I suddenly realized that I've been getting music and receiving music my entire life, that now I need to start giving it back. So as the famous Israeli quote says, when life gives you lemons, make arak shkoliot. I see some of you know the sentence. Very good. So I went on Facebook and asked a music school for people with special needs, how can it be that Israel has none? And do you think there is a place for one? It became viral. And so viral that one lady wrote to me, her name was Shirley Wiener, I would be very happy for us to talk about it. 2 meetings later, and we co-founded Imagine, a non-profit organization that empowers people with special needs through and using music. We started Imagine Play, a nationwide music program. In 2015, we worked in 4 centers, 6 groups. We had 36 students. I taught all of the 6 groups. The next year, last year, we worked in 19 centers. We had 37 groups and 234 students. This year, we worked in 32 centers, 63 groups, 521 students. And next year, we will work in 48 centers, 102 groups, and over 900 students. That's what you call a growth. Our board is... Thank you very much. And even last month, we were in the Knesset making sure music education is for everyone. Our goal in Imagine is to educate, engage, empower, and enable. It's even easy to remember. And I want you to meet a few of our musicians that prove every day that in every disability lies an ability. Meet Tomer and Bar. Bar is one of our teachers. He was a part of the Israeli TV show, The Voice, music TV show. And in one of his auditions, he sang a song by the band Radiohead. Tomer is one of our students in Chulon. He saw the audition and told Bar, I want to sing this song of Radiohead. So Bar said, okay, let's go. This is what happened. So this is Bar and Tomer. The post, let's give a round of applause for Tomer. So it became viral. We posted it on Facebook, and we got an invitation from the Radiohead Israeli management production team inviting Tomer and Bar in July to meet the band in Israel. Yeah? Next, meet Noah. Noah is not verbal and is supported by a wheelchair most of the time. This is something we do every start of the lesson. We start with the warm welcome. We look at the ability of the person, not the disability. We look at the shine bright side of life. This next video is in Hebrew, so I hope some of you know Hebrew. No Hebrew, perfect. Lucky me.
שלום לך נועה, את ממש נסיכה, כי יש לך טינקרבל על החולצה, ואת יפהפייה. שלום נועה.
This hit is on YouTube, by the way. You can search Noah, a very famous song in Israel. Allah is not verbal, and he's one of the students, our students in Rishon LeZion. I came to the class one day, I said, students, today everybody is going to be a DJ. Of course, they laughed at me, the teachers and the students as well, because disabled people, DJs, what are you talking about? So this is a part of thing we do, meet DJ Allah. Look at his excitement.
DJ, come on. Yeah!
DJ Allah. This is Kinneret. Maybe some of you know her. Her entire dream was to play while singing. But of course, some of you do the math. If you don't have a left arm, it's very, very impossible. That's a new sentence, very impossible. So we did a hackathon together with Matan Berkovich and the Shift Company, which was called Discotech, Disability Community Technology. 48 hours, 50 makers from all over Israel, dedicated to 4 musicians with special needs on musical instruments combined with 3D printers and a lot of Arduinos and all the fancy electronics. I want to show you the final event.
I've never even thought that I could play. I never even thought about it.
Nobody said it was easy.
Music has been my psychologist, it's been my lover, it's been my best friend. It saved me, it really saved me.
Said it was easy.
I think music is the most powerful medium, in the world. And when you combine that with technology, which is a massive enabler, I think that's the perfect blend.
Let's go back to the start.
And this is Kinneret in our Imagine Festival. In our first year, we did something very humble. We said, okay, let's start small. Let's do a festival, music festival, in front of 2,500 people. Modest. And this is Kinneret in her first live concert as a guitarist, playing with Chemi Rodner.
You'll join us, and the world will live as one.
This is Kinneret. I want you to meet my grandmother Shula, my late grandmother Shula. It became a cynical joke that every time that somebody close to me dies, a new nationwide program for Imagine is being created. So my grandmother and I discovered the power of listening together to music. I brought an MP3 player with her favorites, art and songs. And we listened together to music. And 3 months later, it was so amazing that 3 months later we created a program called Imagine Together. It's a musical volunteering program for old age homes and daycare centers dedicated specifically in Israel for Holocaust survivors. And we did something that in the youth age is called the headphone party. This is a headphone party. Last but not least, I want you to meet Eden. Eden is a musician, a talented singer. She's also blind. I want you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Don't worry, I'm not taking selfies of you. Oren is not here. I want you to close your eyes and listen to Eden. Close your eyes. Just listen to Eden. Think ability, not disability.
ופשוטים הדברים בחיים במותר
talented singer, isn't she? Disability is in the eye of the beholder. So what can we do about it? I say, let's change the model. Medical problems aside, we do not treat people with disabilities as ill, as needs cure, medical focus. The disabled people are not the problem. The society is the barrier. We need to make our environment accessible, our attitudes empowering, and our organizations flexible. I want to finish with a small favor before I go. The next time you meet a person with a disability, connect with them as human. Don't look at the disability, look at the ability. I promise you, you will be surprised of what you will find and how good it will feel. Thank you very much.